Mathnood at Mathtuto kay Teacher Maya.
Hello everyone! Nandito na naman si Teacher Maya for another topic for the grade 9 learners, and ang pag-aaralan natin ngayon ay tungkol sa rational exponents. Ano ba ang rational exponents? Ito ay fractional exponents. Tandaan natin, if n is a natural number greater than 1 and nth root of a is real number, then a raised to 1 over n is equal to the nth root of a. So dito, ang mga terms o mga expressions na naka-raise sa isang fractional exponent or rational exponent ay i-express natin sa radical expression. Now let us start to evaluate expressions that contains rational exponents. 16 raised to 1/2. Ano ang denominator ng ating rational exponent? It is 2. Ibig sabihin, ang ating index of the radical ay 2 and 16 will be the radicand. So yung 2 pwede na nating hindi isulat yan. And yung numerator ng ating fractional exponent na 1, hindi na rin nakasulat. Okay, ngayon, this is equal to 4. Bakit 4? Kasi, if we are going to multiply 4 by 4, the answer is 16. Okay, example number 2 is negative 27 is raised to 1/3. The denominator of the rational exponent is 3. So, ibig sabihin, 3 ang ating magiging index of the radicand. Then, we have negative 27. And 1, hindi na rin isinulat. So, ano ngayon ang number na kapag tinimes natin ng 3 beses by itself, ang answer ay negative 27. We have negative 3. Third example is 32 raised to 1/5. The denominator of the fractional exponent is 5. So, ibig sabihin, the index will be 5 and 32 is the radicand. Now, what is the 5th root of 32? Ibig sabihin, ang hahanapin natin ay isang number na imumultiply natin ng 5 beses by itself, then the answer is 32. Okay, we have now 2. So, 2 multiplied by 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is equal to 32. Next example is 81 raised to 1/4. 4 is the denominator of the rational exponent. So, that will be the index of the radical. We have now 4th root of 81. So, ano naman ngayon ang 4th root of 81? It is 3. Bakit 3? Kasi, pag tinimes natin ng 3 by 3 by 3, then another 3, the answer is 81. Okay. Now we have, if m and n are positive integers and a raised to 1 over n is a real number, then a raised to m over n is equal to a raised to 1 over n, then this is raised to m. Using radical notation, we have now a raised to m over n is equal to the nth root of a, then this is raised to m is equal to the nth root of a raised to m. For example, we have 27 raised to 2/3. Our fractional exponent here is 2/3. Gagawin muna nating 1 ang numerator ng ating exponent. So, this is now equal to 27 raised to 1/3 and this power is raised to 2. So, pag tinimes natin ang 1/3 by 2, the answer is 2/3. Okay? So, babalik tayo doon sa original fractional or rational exponent. Then, gawin na natin tong radical expression. So, yung 3 will be the index of the radical, and then 27 is the radicand, then 2 is the exponent of the radical. So, what is the cube root of 27? We have 3. Then, square natin yan. And the square of 3 now is 9. Naintindihan ba? Example number 2. We have 32 raised to 3/5. So, this is equal now to 32 raised to 1/5. Then, raise this power to 3. So, paano ulit naging ganito ang ating exponents? So, if we are going to multiply 1 by 3, the answer is 3 over 5. So, babalik pa rin ito sa original exponent. So, ngayon, let us express this as a radical expression. So, 5 is the index of the radical, then 32 radicand, and the exponent is 3. So, what is the fifth root of 32? It is 2. Then, raise 2 to the third power. And the value of this is 8. Next example is 16 raised to 3/4. So, this is equal to 16 raised to 1/4, and this power is raised to 3. So, let us now express this as radical. We have now fourth root of 16, then this radical is raised to the third power. What is now the fourth root of 16? It is 2, then raise 2 to the third power. So, the answer now is 8. Fourth example is negative 8 raised to 4 over 3. This is equal to negative 8 raised to 1/3, and this power is raised to the fourth power. So, express this as radical. We have now cube root of negative 8, then this is raised to 4. What is the cube root of negative 8? It is negative 2. Why negative 2? Because if you are going to multiply negative 2 by negative 2, the answer is positive 4. Then multiply positive 4 by negative 2, the answer is negative 8. Then, raise negative 2 to the fourth power. The answer now is positive 16. Okay. Next example is 27 raised to 2/3. This is equal now to 27 raised to 1/3, and this power is raised to 2. Then this is equal now to cube root of 27, and this is raised to the second power. What is the cube root of 27? It is 3. Then raise 3 to the second power, and the value of this is 9. Okay. Next, if m and n are positive integers and a raised to 1 over n is a real number, then a raised to m over n is equal to a raised to 1 over n, and then this is raised to m. Using radical notation, a raised to negative m over n is equal to 1 over a raised to m over n, then this is equal to 1 over nth root of a, and this power is raised to m. So dito, ang ating exponents naman ay mga negative rational exponents. And gagawin nating positive itong mga exponents na to. So for example, we have 81 is raised to negative 1/2. So this is equal now to 1 over 81 raised to 1/2. Then 81 raised to 1/2 is equal to what? Square root of 81. So dito sa example na to, nilagay ko lang muna ang 2 and 1. Pero dapat wala na yung mga yan. Pagka ang radical sign ay walang nakalagay na index, it is understood to be square root. Okay? So what is the square root of 81? It is what? 9. So the answer now in the expression 81 raised to negative 1/2 is 1 over 9. Next example is 8 is raised to negative 2/3. So this is equal to 1 over 8 raised to 2/3. Then express natin yung denominator as radical. So we have now 1 over cube root of 8, and this is raised to the second power. So what is the cube root of 8? It is what? It is 2. Then raise 2 to 2, then the answer is 1 over 4. Next example, negative 64 is raised to negative 2/3. So this is equal to 1 over negative 64 is raised to 2/3. Then, gawin nating radical ang denominator. So this is now 1 over cube root of negative 64, and then this is raised to 2. Now, this is equal to 1 over the cube root of negative 64 is negative 4, then raise this to the second power. Now, what is the value of negative 4 that is raised to 2? We have 1 over 16. Okay. Next example is 2 raised to 3 is raised to negative 2/3. If ganito ang given, ang una natin gagawin is multiply 3 by negative 2/3. So, pag tinimes natin yan, the exponent of 2 will be negative 6 over 3. Then, Ang exponent natin dito is negative 6 over 3. So, kung napapansin ninyo, ang numerator na 6 ay pwede nating i-divide by the denominator which is 3. Kapag i-divide natin ang 6 by 3, the answer is 2. So, we have now 2 raised to negative 2. Then, gawin nating positive ang exponent na negative 2. We have now 1 over 2 raised to 2. Then, the value of 2 raised to 2 is 4. So, we have now 1 over 4. Next is x is raised to negative 3 over 2. So again, gagawin nating positive ang ating rational exponent. So we have now 1 over x raised to 3 over 2. Then express natin ang ating denominator as a radical. So we have now 1 over square root of x, then raise this to the third power. Ayan. So the answer now is 1 over square root of x raised to 3. Naintindihan? So that's all for today. Thanks for watching. So again, hinihingi ko ang inyong support. Just follow my Facebook page, Math Tutorial by Teacher Maya, and ang aking YouTube channel, Mayfolor Garcia. Thanks for watching!